are the cheap eats and quick bites that we dream about. Welcome to MojoTravels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 street foods we miss. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to MojoTravels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the tastiest bites of street food from around the world that we can't help but fantasize about when we're unable to travel. Whether you're a frequent flyer and foodie who is similarly missing international cheap eats, or an adventurous eater who longs to sample local bites, this one's for you. Number 10. Jerk chicken. This distinctly seasoned Jamaican delight will always have you coming back for seconds and thirds. Jerk chicken gets its unique flavor profile from its rub or sauce, which typically includes fiery Scotch bonnet peppers, ginger, and allspice berries. Other common ingredients include garlic, thyme, brown sugar, and scallions. The end result is beautifully blackened, smoky chicken that's absolutely bursting with flavor, often served with peas and rice. The chicken being cooked over fresh coals is essential to making the perfect jerk chicken. Thankfully, the popularity of this street food is such that it can be found pretty readily all throughout the Caribbean, as well as the United States and beyond. Number 9. Poutine. A regional dish from the Canadian province of Quebec, poutine might sound simple, but the end result is far greater than the sum of its parts. The casse-croûte is a humble staple of the Quebec culinary scene, offering up hot dogs, burgers, fries, and poutine all day, and well into the night. But it's the last dish on that list that's the starring attraction. French fries come right out of the fryer and are promptly topped with squeaky unripened cheddar cheese curds and brown gravy. The dish only dates back to the 1950s, but it's become iconic of the province, and some would argue Canada as a whole. Part of the fun of poutine is that there are countless variations. In Montreal, another local staple smoked meat can often be added as a premium topping. But honestly, you cannot beat the classic. Number 8. Takoyaki. These seafood balls might make for a challenging flavor and textural combination for some Western palates, but once you acquire a taste for them, nothing else will be able to fill that hunger void. Roughly the size and shape of a golf ball, takoyaki is perhaps best described as an octopus fritter. The wheat-based batter is cooked in a special pan made up of half-spherical molds, not unlike a muffin tray. At the center of these savory little bundles of joy is a mixture of minced octopus, green onions or scallions, pickled ginger, and bits of tempura. The balls are topped with a sweet, tangy brown sauce and/or mayo, bonito flakes, and green seaweed. Osaka is widely credited as the birthplace of takoyaki and remains one of the best places to try it for yourself. Number 7. Fish and chips. This is a dish that can be enjoyed around the world, but nowhere is it more omnipresent than the United Kingdom. Among England's most iconic plates of food, fish and chips has been remixed, elevated, and made into a staple of many restaurants. But it also remains true to its roots as a humble street food. Dating back to the mid-19th century, fried white fish, usually cod or haddock, was paired with chips, the British term for French fries, and served in a newspaper to be consumed on the go. And really, this simple preparation remains one of the best ways to enjoy the dish. Though today they often use parchment paper or another food-grade alternative for sanitary reasons. Fun fact, fish and chips is such a staple that during both World War I and World War II, it was one of the few foods to not be rationed. Number 6. Arepas. Made of corn flour or maize, these South American flatbreads are incredibly versatile, making them the perfect meal on the go that you're unlikely to ever get bored of. Seriously, there's so much variation in the way they can be cooked and prepared that in Venezuela or Colombia, you could eat one a day for a month without ever feeling like you're eating a repeat meal. Arepas can be fried or steamed, but are most commonly grilled. Some people enjoy them plain or as a side to a full meal, but as a street food, they're typically topped or stuffed with a wide range of meats, cheeses, and/or vegetables. Some vendors cook them with a filling, while others will invite you to dress the arepa for yourself like a sandwich. The cultural importance of arepa can't be understated. It dates back to pre-Columbian times. Number 5. Crêpe. While we're on the subject of versatile street foods, how about this time-honored French classic? Small street-side food carts and crêperies can be found all throughout Paris and most major French cities. Unlike American-style pancakes, crêpes are paper-thin, and rather than having additional ingredients added to the batter, they're topped with them. A crêpe sucrée or sweet crêpe preparation will often simply be coated in butter and sugar, but can equally be decked out with everything from lemon juice and various fruits to Nutella, custard, and jam. When you venture into the realm of crêpe salée, meaning a savory crêpe, you're opening up an entire new world of crêpe preparations to enjoy. Ham and cheese, brie and asparagus, ratatouille, sautéed mushrooms, the sky's the limit with crêpe. Thankfully, it can also be found, though less readily available as a street food, throughout Western Europe and the Americas. Number 4. Banh mi. Inexpensive, flavorful, and filling, banh mi really checks all the boxes anyone looks for in quality cheap eats. Of course, most crucially, it's widely available on seemingly every major street corner, at least in its native Vietnam. This sandwich consists of thin crust but puffy baguette, into which is added any number of thinly sliced meats, including pork belly and chicken, and a variety of spicy and tangy sauces. The meat, or sometimes tofu, is topped with cucumber as well as pickled radish and carrots. What really makes this sandwich pop, however, is the inclusion of a hearty dose of fresh cilantro, which paired with the pickled veggies, gives this a freshness rarely found in sandwiches. Interestingly enough, while banh mi is considered one of Vietnam's greatest culinary exports, it only came to be when the French introduced the Vietnamese to baguette in the 19th century. Number 3. Falafel. It might not look like much, but falafel is, like so many street foods, far more exciting of a dish than its humble appearance would suggest. Many a nation in the Middle East claims to have invented falafel, and the heated debate that surrounds it is a testament to its influence, omnipresence, and deliciousness. Not only is it a perfect protein bomb, but it's flavorful and extremely satisfying in terms of texture. A crusty outer shell gives way to a wonderfully soft interior of crushed chickpeas or fava beans. As for the flavor, a blend of cumin, coriander, paprika, garlic, parsley, and onion ensure that every bite sings. Of course, part of the appeal of falafel is its place in larger preparations. It's great eaten by itself, especially when dipped in tahini, but it shines brightest as the star of a wrap or pita sandwich. Number 2. Satay. How can you go wrong with marinated meat on a stick? It's arguably one of the most rudimentary and straightforward dishes on our list today, but it more than earns its place of prominence. Satay is generally regarded as having originated in Indonesia, but it's popular all throughout Southeast Asia, with each country, city, and region putting their own spin on it. The meats used include chicken, goat, pork, beef, tofu, fish, and more. The commonality that unites them all, a bamboo skewer through the center, and the fact that satay is grilled to charred perfection over a charcoal or wood fire. Dipping sauces tend to vary depending on where you're eating your satay, but a peanut soy sauce is a staple. While satay is our preferred skewered street food, many cultures have their own version of this dish. Shish kebab, yakitori, susati, shashlik, we miss all of the above. Number 1. Tacos. We wouldn't go so far as to call tacos the perfect food, but they're certainly in the running. And within the subcategory of street foods, they undeniably reign supreme. Conveniently designed to be easy to eat on the go, this dish hailing from Mexico has rightfully become something of a street food staple across not only its country of origin, but Canada and the United States as well. And then there are Korean tacos. Hard shells might be more common in the grocery store, but street food stalls typically deal in the traditional soft-shell corn tortilla variety, which is definitely easier to eat with your hands. Part of what makes tacos so appealing is the sheer variety of fillings, with every taco stand doing them a little differently. Whether with beans and cheese or with carne asada, cochinita pibil, chorizo, pescado, or pork and pineapple, the ever-popular tacos al pastor, the lure of street food tacos is reason enough to start planning a trip. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoTravels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.